thing that is important, even historic, today for Sri Lanka. And that is the passing of the UN Human Rights Council resolution in Geneva. With Sri Lanka, the United Kingdom co-sponsored the resolution. We were delighted to do so. The road to this point has been a long one, and for so many people it has been a painful one. Implementation of the resolution and of the recommendations set out in the Office of the High Commissioner's report, including by allowing for the trial and punishment of those most responsible for violations and abuses of human rights, provides an opportunity for Sri Lanka to move closer to reconciling its communities by addressing the issues of the past. We believe, that taking these steps will, without doubt, help this extraordinary country to achieve its longed-for goal of building an inclusive and prosperous future for all its people.
Okay, Your Excellency, now today we saw the adoption of the resolution on Sri Lanka today. What are your comments on that?
Today was an historic and important moment for Sri Lanka. Getting to this point has been a long process. It's a process which has been a painful process for so many people in this island, and the consensual resolution, which was co-sponsored by Sri Lanka and by the United Kingdom, as well as other countries, does represent a real and important opportunity to move forward.
Now, but we've seen that there was consensus from everybody at this resolution, that this became a very unique resolution, and even 24 countries will be co-sponsoring that. What are your comments on that?
Sri Lanka's co-sponsorship was an important element of inspiring international confidence in what the resolution stands for. I think the government's willingness to co-sponsor the resolution is an important and very welcome confirmation of its intent to take forward points made in the resolution and recommendations that came out of the report commissioned by the United Nations. I also should say that we warmly welcome the statement issued by the Tamil National Alliance, the TNA, last Friday, in which they said that they, as a party representing many people of Tamil origin, many Tamil people in Sri Lanka, understand that it's not as ambitious perhaps as some would have wanted, but saying nonetheless that this is an important opportunity for Sri Lanka, and they are committed to working with the government to ensure that the resolution and the commitments made are taken forward in a way that serves everyone here's best interests.
Your Excellency, some of the quarters in different people may say that this resolution may actually drop the sovereignty of this nation, and there are some different opinions about it. Now, you from United Kingdom as a co-sponsor, do you think that this resolution would really drop such kind of a sovereignty in this region, in this country?
No, I don't think that the resolution is a challenge to Sri Lanka's sovereignty. This is very much about Sri Lanka committing to taking forward steps that are in Sri Lanka's best interests. During my career as a diplomat, I've worked in other countries which have been through the pain of internal conflict, and I've seen how difficult it is for other peoples around the world to achieve reconciliation, to move forwards towards reconciliation without being honest about these difficult, often painful questions that need answers. And while the process of asking and answering the questions is a difficult and can be a painful one, it is so important in instilling that confidence and that trust between communities that's really necessary for countries to move forwards. And I'm confident that the recommendations made and implementation of the recommendations made will help Sri Lanka to achieve that unity and prosperity that everyone here wants.
What made the United Kingdom to be a part of this resolution and to co-sponsor this?
We also co-sponsored the resolution last year in March 2014, calling on the Office of the High Commissioner to prepare a report on Sri Lanka. Since the British Prime Minister David Cameron came here for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting at the end of 2013 and spoke on this issue and committed himself and the United Kingdom to helping Sri Lanka to take it forwards, we have been closely involved as a friend.
Finally, what would be the United Kingdom's stance and helping to make this entire resolution, to make the recommendations as forward? What would be the United Kingdom's contribution towards Sri Lanka in this regard?
Our Minister for Countries, including Sri Lanka, in the Foreign Office today made a statement. He made a statement immediately after the resolution was passed in Geneva, in which he confirmed that the UK would stand behind Sri Lanka as it moved this process forwards. It's difficult for me to answer your question precisely because a lot of the details still needs to be worked out, and a lot of this is going to be about the international community coming in with Sri Lanka to help processes, mechanisms that the Sri Lankan government, working with not least civil society, victims groups, others groups, develops as effective vehicles for finding answers to these important questions.
Okay, finally, I just have one thing. What's the message that you give as a diplomat to the community, the entire citizens in this country, as a diplomat, about the outcome of this resolution? Should the Sri Lankans worry about in total about this entire resolution, or should we go forward, or should we worry about it?
I think the resolution today is an important and exciting step for Sri Lanka to have taken. It's also a brave step, and as I said, there will be questions which will be uncomfortable asking and answering, but I think people can feel assured that moving through that process really will help bring the trust and the confidence and the reconciliation that communities here want and will benefit from.